Let's just get right into it. Respect. It's something pretty much every guy wants, right? But here's the thing. Our source material suggests that a lot of young men today just don't get how it's actually earned. And because of that, they end up feeling like their words have no weight, like they're just ignored. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you command it.
You ever have that feeling? You're in a conversation, you say something you think is important, and nothing. It's like you're talking, but nobody's really hearing you. You're physically in the room, but you feel completely invisible. It's a horrible feeling. And, there's a very real reason why it happens.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? When people don't sense any real force or capability behind you, what you say just kind of gets brushed off. But what if I told you that the rules you've been playing by, the stuff you've been taught about earning respect, what if it's all wrong?
And this brings us to a really fascinating, kind of provocative idea from our source, the respect paradox. It turns out the common advice we've all heard might actually be the very thing holding you back.
Okay, look at this. On one hand, we've got the advice we've heard a million times. Give respect to get respect. But on the other hand, our source presents a much more primal reality. It argues that deep down, respect isn't just about being nice. It's a force. It's an involuntary reaction that's tied directly to power, and yeah, even to a little bit of fear. To really get this, think about this simple question. A lion and a mosquito, both are living things, but your reaction to them couldn't be more different. One, you just swat away without a second thought. The other gets your immediate, undivided attention. So why is that?
It's because you instinctively respect the one with undeniable power, the one that could, cause you serious harm. Now, this isn't about you wanting it to hurt you, it's just this automatic acknowledgement of its capability. And that, right there, is the true raw force of respect.
Okay, so if respect is linked to power, does that mean you have to be some kind of aggressive jerk to get it? Absolutely not. And that's where we get to the whole point of this explainer. How to develop what our source calls the force of respect.
And this definition is absolutely key. It's not about throwing your weight around or intimidating people, it's about building yourself up, physically, mentally, just in your very presence, to the point where people have to take you seriously. Your potential is just so obvious that respect becomes the default response.
Let's be super clear about this. This is not a guide to becoming a bully. Think about a heavyweight boxing champion. You respect his power, his ability to knock someone out, but you don't expect him to go around doing it. His capability is enough. It's about becoming so competent that being dismissed just isn't an option anymore.
So, how do we actually start building this force? Well, our source breaks it down into some really practical strategies, and we're going to start with what it calls superficial respect. This is the kind of respect you earn from a first impression. Let's get into it. So here they are, the 5 big strategies for building that powerful external image. These are all real, tangible things you can literally start working on today to completely change how people see you the moment you walk in the door. Let's break them down. Okay, first one up, your physical presence. We are just hardwired as humans to connect physical strength with capability. And honestly, in a world where a lot of people are out of shape, just being physically fit makes you stand out. It immediately projects discipline and power. Next up, your eyes. Being able to hold calm, steady eye contact is a massive signal of confidence. It tells people, without you saying a word, that you're in control and you're not intimidated. And here's a pro tip from the source. When you do break eye contact, you never, ever look down. Look to the side. It shows you're the one deciding to end the gaze. And this one flows right from the last one. It's all about your overall body language. Stand up straight, pull your shoulders back, take up space. A firm handshake signals strength and confidence. You want to avoid things like crossing your arms or hunching over, because those things just scream nervousness. Now this one's really interesting. When someone asks you a question, instead of jumping to answer, just take a beat, a short, confident pause. It's such a small thing, but it totally changes the dynamic. It shows you're thoughtful, not just reactive. It actually creates this little aura of authority, making people wait for your words, which makes those words seem way more important. And finally, how you look. Dressing well is not just about being superficial. It's about signaling to the world and to yourself what your standards are. When you put effort into dressing well, in stylish clothes that fit, you're projecting an image of someone who respects himself. And that makes other people respect you more, right off the bat.
So get this, if you can master just those 5 external things, our source claims you've already figured out how to earn 90% of the respect you're ever going to need in your day-to-day life. That's how powerful this stuff is.
But see, that initial first impression respect, that's just the surface. There's a much deeper, more permanent kind of respect that truly defines who you are as a man. So what's that final, unshakable 10%?
And now we get to the real meat of it. We're going beyond the external stuff, and we're talking about your inner character. This is where real, lasting respect is truly built.
And here's the huge difference. That superficial respect can come and go. But the respect you earn through your character, that's yours forever. It becomes a part of who you are. No one can take it away from you. It can only be earned.
So what are the principles? Well, first it starts with you. You have to respect yourself. That means knowing what your core values are and never, ever compromising on them just to please other people. And second, you have to create your own code, a set of unbreakable rules for your life, and then you live by it every single day. Your actions show you're a person of principle. Third, you gotta be authentic. You gotta be real. Think about it. No matter how powerful or rich someone is, if they don't have integrity, they'll never get that deep, genuine respect. And finally, and this might be the most important one of all, be a man of your word. This is the foundation of character. Think before you speak, and when you say you're gonna do something, you do it. Period.
And this line from the source material, man, it just sums it all up so perfectly. Your words and your actions have to be the same thing. When people know, without a doubt, that what you say will happen, you build this unshakable reputation for power and reliability. You basically become a force of nature.
So there you have it. The external image, the internal character. The strategies are all laid out. The principles are clear. Now, the only question left is, what kind of man are you going to choose to become?